I'm Ashley, and I am a mom and a wife, and I work full-time for the state of Colorado as a housing underwriter. I work out sometimes. I started 2 years ago, and I started right at the open, but I was way too nervous to come. So the next year I did the open, and then this year I've done the open. So it was like 2 years ago. When I first went on this journey to try to be more fit and more comfortable in my skin, so I didn't even know it was a CrossFit gym. I just went in thinking there's this guy that was recommended, he's probably gonna help. So then I just signed up for personal training to start because I felt, I don't know, that's what I've always done, is it seems like one-on-one I feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
And then after some personal training, I felt like I could probably try a class. And yeah, that was rough. The class was, I remember the first probably 6 months, all I could lift was just the red bar. And it was so heavy. And all these people around me had, multiple plates on there, and it was very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I thought, you have to start somewhere. And if this is the worst, is just feeling embarrassed, I can power through that. I can get through that. And it made me want to lift quicker and more. And then I got those little 5s on there, and I was like, yeah! There's been lots of moments. Getting a rope climb was incredible. And it feels like this is totally worthless, but completely badass. And I'm never gonna apply this in real life. But I think that's the appeal for me, is that that's my me time, and that's when I can just be have fun and no pressure. I just get to go and do the best I can and then come home. So rope climbs are awesome. Box jumps are really cool. With squats and deadlifts, if I can just lift my weight, that would be a cool goal to, push past. So I keep setting different goals and different limits, and they keep getting blown through, which is cool. Keep getting better. I think it's that same idea of the limits keep getting pushed. And initially, just showing up to class was a feat. It was really difficult to create that habit and show up when I didn't want to and feel extremely uncomfortable around all these people that were amazing. And so that was the goal, right? Just show up. And then as that habit was formed, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm showing up every day and I feel a little better, feel more confident. Then it was now I want to try to lift heavier, or now I want to try to do box jumps, or whatever my goal was at the time. And then those kept happening. So now I'm at the point, in the last 6 months, I was I do this 5 days a week. And in my mind, I don't look like I do it 5 days a week. So I was I have the workout piece, I just have to tap into the nutrition piece. And so that's when I was if I ate with more purpose and was eating fuel for my body instead of just mindlessly eating whatever sounded good, maybe there would be a shift. So I was I'm gonna just give it 3 months and see if anything changes. And I didn't see a lot of physical difference in my body, but I was getting way stronger and was able to lift a lot more, which was exciting. So then I was okay, I'm gonna do it another 3 months and see if maybe there's a physical difference. I knew in my head that all this working out was probably good for my body, it's good for your organs and your heart and all that, but that doesn't show up in a mirror, So, yeah, the scan actually showed between January and March, I went up 2 pounds, but I had increased 4 pounds of muscle and my body fat went down 3%.
Yeah.
So that showed that okay, nutrition is helping, and just because I'm not seeing a physical difference, there are things going on internally. Like I said, in the beginning, it's just showing up. Even if it's awful and you just do the bare minimum and just go through the movements, but you're not really giving it your A+ effort, at least you're there and you're still forming a habit, and that is a skill in itself. And then once you have that habit formed, then you can focus on giving A+ effort for the movements, and then you can try lifting more weights, and it just progresses. It's not a quick thing. It takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. But I think one thing that really helps me is that is me time. Like I show up, I am showing up for no one else except for me. And it puts me in a phenomenal mood. My family hates it because I come home just perky as hell. Like, I love you guys. So I would say, especially being a mom and a working woman, whenever my youngest went off to kindergarten, that's when I really felt this like lost feeling. Like my baby years are done and now I have to find something to fill my time. That's when I started looking for a gym to find me again. Like all I was for so long was mom, and it was great to like reinvest in myself and some self-care and just show up and figure out who I was again. So I think in the beginning, I guess if I could give encouragement to anybody just starting out, it would be just show up, hang in there, and give it more time than you think. I think if you're like, I'm gonna try it for a month, it's gonna take more than a month, even to create a habit. So just push through and keep going. The members are so helpful and so encouraging, and the coaches, just whoever you click with, whoever you feel comfortable with, that's who you should ask your questions to, and it opens doors. Then when you let people in, they wanna keep seeing you show up.